think a lot of times people who've never struggled with depression and anxiety do not realize the pain that you're living with. So 8 years ago, I was pastoring. I was actually 13 years into my pastorate at the church that I was at. And I really began to feel what I thought was burnout. I didn't realize what was going on. My leadership, my elders in the church where I was at didn't realize what was going on. My doctor did, and he had really tried to work with me for about a year. And, you know, it's typical ministry, and honestly from my heart, I kept telling him, man, I'm okay. You know, God's got this, and I'm not depressed. I'm not struggling, you know, but I didn't realize the physiological side of it. I didn't realize the physiological aspect. And so what happened 8 years ago, actually yesterday, was I had a major panic attack in Walmart, and felt like everything was getting dark. I felt like everything was squeezing in on me. I literally felt like from the time I got up in the morning till the time I went to bed at night, it was like wrestling a bear. I couldn't really put my finger on what it was. I just started telling my wife, hey, I've really loved being married to you. Just want you to know that it's been good, you know, terminology like, hey, this is the end, kind of the doomsday. And that was the clue to her that there was something really going on. And so I begged God, just take me home. Now, I think a lot of times people who've never struggled with depression and anxiety do not realize the pain that you're living with. The only thing that probably prevented me from making an attempt to end the pain is that I didn't want my wife or family to find me. And so there was like no scenario in my head where I could fix it where everybody was a winner. Of course, I believe too that was God and the Holy Spirit working, because we do know God doesn't desire for you to take your life. He doesn't desire for you to deal with that pain in that way, and He has a plan and He has a purpose. And so, yeah, I can remember those dark days and how bad they felt, and feeling like I could tell no one. But to be able to get through to the other side and not struggle anymore with, I can't live with this pain, you know, but I can actually take what I went through. It's a reminder of how sweet and how precious God's words to me were when He would literally whisper my name, Mike, I got this. But then to come out of it and to be able to use what I went through, and in a day and time when it seems like this is becoming more prevalent, is that I want God to use our stories, those of us that have gone through it. Let's help those guys before it gets to that point, because God has a purpose for everything, and He will use you. I know right now, today, somebody I'm talking to, just because of the sheer numbers, but you don't feel like there's any way out of this, and I felt that way one time. But there is a way out, and God will take that and God will use it, and it becomes, you don't forget it, but it becomes so sweet and precious when God begins to use that to make a difference in other people's lives.